Hello, it's your favorite Facebook Live host at Natural Healing Center. If you don't know me, my name is Joann, and I'm a practitioner here. And tonight's topic is going to be about clean beauty. So we're going to be talking about how to avoid toxins in our personal care products, and then I'll also share with you some natural ways to promote skin health and anti-aging. If you have any questions, feel free to pop those into the comments section. Also, feel free to say hi, where you are watching from, and if you are catching the replay, you can leave comments as well, because I'll be sure to take a look and answer any questions that you have. Okay, so on a lot of previous Facebook Lives where I talk about food, one practice or habit that I advise you to get into is reading your food labels and getting familiar with those foods that you are trying to avoid. And the same thing goes for personal care products. So I encourage you to read the labels of your personal care products and get to know some of the terms to look out for when you are shopping for those types of products. So I'm going to go through a few big ones, and then there'll be some more that you can look into beyond that, but it'll give you a good baseline for what to look for. So ingredients that you want to avoid, one would be fragrances and perfumes. So fragrances contain toxic chemicals, some that actually help their scents to last longer. And a lot of these chemicals have been banned in Europe, but unfortunately they're still found in a lot of commercial personal care products in the US. So exposure to these chemicals can disrupt our hormone activity. It can lead to reproductive issues, including low sperm count. It can trigger asthma symptoms, affect our mood, and it can also cause headaches and migraines. So what kinds of products include fragrances? They can range from shampoo to conditioners, lotions, hair care products, hairspray, hair gel, body wash, sunscreen, bubble bath. I would also be really mindful of home care products as well. So detergent, scented candles, air fresheners like Febreze. So what you can do is try to choose fragrance-free products. Even sometimes when the label says unscented, that can be kind of a hit or miss with labeling, as a lot of companies aren't inclined or required to list, all of the fragrance products that they use. So their best bet would be to go fragrance-free, and this would be especially beneficial for people who have asthma or allergies, if you have like a mood disorder going on, anxiety, depression, or also like an attention disorder, ADHD. If you have any kind of hormonal issues, so irregular periods, hot flashes, or other chronic health conditions, I'd be really mindful of fragrances. And then the next ingredient to avoid kind of goes hand in hand with what I just said. So it's spelled different than it sounds. I believe it's pronounced phthalates, but there's like a PH at the beginning. So these are also used in personal care products to improve fragrances, and also to promote like pliability, so how flexible something is. So some of the health issues that are related with phthalates are very similar to that with fragrances. So they can also cause endocrine disruption. They can have been shown to be in connection with infertility, fibroids, which can occur in the uterus. Can also lead to cancer, including breast cancer, autism, ADHD, and allergies. So phthalates can be found in fragrances, hair care products, nail polish, makeup. So you can look for that as one of the ingredients. And then another one to look out for is called sodium lauryl sulfate. Sodium lauryl sulfate is an additive that allows things to foam up. So like hand soap, shampoo, toothpaste, facial cleansers, shower gels, dish soap. So again, I'm talking a lot about personal care products, but all of these can also apply to cleaning products, like detergent, hand soap, like floor cleaners, all-purpose cleaners, that type of thing. So you can apply all that to reading those ingredients too. So sometimes sodium lauryl sulfate is abbreviated LSLS or SLES, but it can be linked to cancer, or it has been linked to cancer, neurotoxicity, organ toxicity, endocrine disruption, and if for a prolonged exposure, many people suffer from irritation to their skin and their eyes. And so what you can look for is products that say sodium lauryl sulfate free. And so like this is one toothpaste that we have here at the office. It's called Luminex, and it says on here certified non-toxic clean and fresh toothpaste. And then also if you flip it over, you'll see that it actually says on here, and you probably can't see it as well, but it says no SLS. So in addition to looking at the ingredients, it might actually label on here no SLS or none of the other things that you're looking for either. Okay. All right. Another one that you want to be mindful of is called parabens. So parabens are a common preservative, and they're used to prevent the growth of microbes like bacteria, fungus, that type of thing in personal care products. Unfortunately, parabens, they can actually mimic estrogen, and in that way they're also a known endocrine disruptor that can be absorbed through your skin and into your blood and digestive system. So they can also cause reproductive health problems and even contribute to cancer development. And for this reason, pregnant women and young children are most vulnerable. So another one you want to look out for. The next one on this list I have is petroleum. So petroleum, also known as petroleum jelly, petrolatum, or mineral oil, all those are the same name. It is a highly refined byproduct of the oil industry, and it's often added to personal care products as a way to add in moisture or to lock moisture in. So one common one that that might come to mind is like Vaseline. And so while that Vaseline is locking in moisture, it also can prevent the skin from healing. It can actually dry it out and block pores. Another thing to note with petroleum is that it can contain toxic hydrocarbons. So these hydrocarbons and other toxins can be accumulated in a woman's body fat. It's also been shown to test in breast milk. So again, it's one of those things that's susceptible for pregnant or breastfeeding, something to keep in mind. And then aluminum, that's another one. So aluminum is one of those most common metals that we test for when we see clients. It's been linked to brain dysfunction, several central nervous system diseases, including Alzheimer's and ALS. And then common products that include aluminum are antiperspirant deodorants, lipstick, toothpaste, makeup, nail polish. And so I know when you read the ingredients list on different products, you know, it might be like a decently long list, and you may not know what all the ingredients are. So I have two suggestions for you. Well, I'll tell you first what I do. So I'm a nutrition response testing practitioner, so I will muscle test to see if my body likes it or not and how much it likes it. And it's something I do with my clients too. So we do want to bring about positive change and improved health from like a holistic standpoint. So a lot of the work that I do with clients is based around nutrition, making changes to their foods, but at the same time we want to take a look at their environment too, in terms of what are the cleaning products they use, what are the beauty products, the personal care products, especially if they're having things going on with hormones or skin issues, digestion. And so if there are certain products that they find might be questionable, I have them bring it in to test. Others are like fairly obvious, where I'll be like, don't use that. Things like bleach or ammonia, Febreze. I don't necessarily, it's not like I don't need to test it, but I feel confident in saying just don't use it. Another thing you can do is there's something called the Environmental Working Group, and they have this really awesome website that's called EWG Skin Deep. And you can Google it, and I'm going to see if I can flip my camera around so you can see it. You just got really close to me. Okay, yeah. So this is what the website looks like. So if you go here, it's called EWG Skin Deep, and you can type in whatever product that you use, and you can see, where it is on a scale from 1 to 10. So like the best option would be, in terms of like toxicity, would be you want to get this EWG verified label, or in this like 1 to 2 would be fine too. And then as those numbers increase, that's like it's worse, basically, like the toxicity level is worse. So let's say, for example, you use mouthwash. So I'm just going to type in Listerine, and I'll scroll down, and you can find it here, and you'll see it's a 6 out of 10, which is a moderate hazard. And if you click on it, then it'll actually give you a little bit more information in terms of what is the potential risk associated with cancer, with allergies and immunotoxicity, in developmental and reproductive toxicity, and use restrictions. And then it will also go through the different active ingredients in the product too. So you can, when we talk about like swapping out all these products, you don't have to feel like you have to do everything at once. I know I've said this before on other Facebook Lives. Hi, Roxanne. I know I've said this on other Facebook Lives, but it can be overwhelming to think like, oh crap, like all my personal care products need to be replaced. You can do one at a time. You can focus on, okay, I'm going to try to clean up my makeup, and then I'm going to try to clean up my lotions, and I'm going to try to clean up like my house, like my home products and that type of thing. So don't worry and don't get overwhelmed, take it one step at a time. Another really cool thing you can do is, like, if you go to this find products and ingredients, and a drop down will pop up. It'll be like all the different categories of products. And so let's say, for example, you are wanting a facial moisturizer. You can click on that. And then the first ones that pop up are going to be the EWG verified ones. Okay, so if you scroll down, I actually use this one. I really like it. It's called Biossance. And it has that good rating, and then again you can see all the you can see up here the breakdown of the different products. Okay, so yeah, then if you can look up other products as well. So if you go down here a bit more, there's like makeups. You can choose like foundation, and then you'll have like the ones that rate the best at the top. This is a good brand, Beauty Counter. This is another good brand that I like. It's called Well People. And the list goes on and on. So as you move down the list, then you'll start to see like the 1s and the 2s, and it will count up to 10 and that type of thing. So that's a really good resource for you. And then I'm going to flip around. All right. And let me just get back to my notes so I make sure you don't miss anything. But I was looking up some just kind of common products, and so the Listerine was a 6. Dove body wash, that is at a 4, so that's a moderate hazard. Pantene Pro-V, like shampoo and conditioner, that rates at a 5. Crest fluoride toothpaste, 4. Neutrogena, the cleansing gel and the water gel, like the Hydro Boost ones, those are a 4. And then Aveeno Daily Moisturizing Lotion, 3. So those are all very commercial brands, moderate hazard, which means that there's a lot of opportunity to choose other products that will have less toxicity, better products that are going to be cleaner for you, less toxic for you, and also promote like good skin, anti-aging, all those things that you're looking for. I want to go over some lifestyle habits, and these are a lot of the usual ones that I give, but at the same time, they apply to so many different areas of your life in a really good way. So I'm just going to go through them and see how they apply to skin health and clean beauty. So the first thing is eating a balanced diet of high quality protein. So that would be, grass-fed meat, pasture-raised eggs, wild-caught seafood, as opposed to commercially farmed and raised. So, and then with that, you want to pair that with veggies. So veggies can be high in antioxidants, especially leafy greens. And berries are great too. Go for a variety of different vegetables, eat the rainbow, as they say. They all have different nutrients. So your red veggies are going to offer different nutrients and vitamins than your green ones, and versus your yellow and purple and all that. And then another thing that you want to keep in mind is getting a good amount of healthy fats too. So raw nuts, raw seeds, chia and flax seeds are great. Olive oil, don't be shy, especially if it is like raw olive oil. So raw olive oil that you like put on a salad, as opposed to like the oil you put in the pan. And then salmon and whole eggs, whole organic eggs, those would be good choices for fats. What's good about fats is that it will make it's basically really good for your skin. It will keep it supple. If you have inadequate fats, then it can lead to skin and hair to be dry. So make sure you're getting enough oils. And then just saw your comment about Aveeno. I know, Aveeno, it's a 3. And honestly, when people bring it in to test, it typically tests pretty good. I just think that, yes, is there going to be maybe some better options? Yeah. For a commercial product, it's like not that bad, I'd say. Okay. All right. And then another thing you want to do in terms of, clean beauty, anti-aging, is you want to take care of your gut. So you want to avoid processed foods, sugar, for most people, dairy. Anything that's not healthy for your gut, it can lead to an imbalance there. When that happens, over time, if that's not taken care of, it can manifest as skin issues. A lot of time that might be acne, it might be eczema, it might be a rash. Another thing you want to do in terms of lifestyle is make sure you're getting adequate sleep. So go for 8 hours a night. Poor sleep quality can contribute to fine lines and wrinkles and a compromised skin barrier. You also want to stay hydrated. You want to drink half your body weight in ounces a day. And again, staying adequately hydrated keeps your skin moisturized and healthy looking. If not, it's going to look dry. Manage stress. So chronic stress can severely damage your skin. So you want to prioritize a self-care routine and whatever that might look like for you. So your ways to mitigate stress might be deep breathing. It might be getting more sleep. Might be exercising. You could spend the time, on like beauty tasks. So you could do like a face mask. You could give yourself a facial. You could get a massage. Another thing you want to do is stay active. So bottom line, if you're working out, you're going to look better, especially your skin. Exercise is going to increase your blood flow throughout the body. It's going to bring more oxygen, more nutrients, more minerals to the skin. And then last little lifestyle tip is don't smoke. And I know that's fairly obvious for a lot of reasons, but smoking restricts the oxygen supply to the skin. It increases the buildup of free radicals, and it also increases the risk of some skin cancers. So please don't smoke. You want to, in addition to those lifestyle tips, I want to go over practicing good hygiene, okay? So you want to be washing your face morning and night to remove dirt, makeup, and other impurities. And one thing that's important is the temperature of the water. So you want to be using lukewarm water when you rinse your face or your hair, because when water is too hot, it can strip the skin barrier of its natural oils, which can dry out the skin, and leave a compromised barrier. At the same time, if the water is too cold, it won't necessarily get the job done when you're trying to get dirt and makeup off your skin. So go for a lukewarm temperature when it comes to washing your face and your body. Especially when it comes to like acne or skin issues, you want to make sure you're washing your hands before you touch your face, and don't pick at your skin, because it can open up the skin, damage the skin. It can make it more susceptible for bacteria and other like microbes to grow. And then speaking of bacteria and microbes, your mouth is a very susceptible place for bacteria like to grow. So it really helps in terms of hygiene to brush your teeth morning and night, to floss your teeth every night, and I would even say to water pick just as often. A lot of conditions will actually start with the imbalance in the mouth, and you'll see that manifest as like other health conditions, which can be related to like skin issues. Another thing you want to do is, if you are applying makeup, clean your makeup brushes often. So makeup brushes, bags, sponges, they are another breeding ground for bacteria, for grime, for dead skin cells, for oil. So I would say wash your makeup brushes like every other week. But if you are already like experiencing skin issues, then go for every week. Wash your sheets, especially your pillowcases where your head and your face is laying. Use a non-toxic detergent. Get a good quality water shower and replace it regularly. So when you are showering without a filter, it's one of the biggest sources of chlorine. Your body can absorb that chlorine through your skin, especially in the shower, since the steam is helping to open up your pores. And overexposure to chlorine can cause dried out skin, as well as hair and premature wrinkles. So went over some hygiene practices, and now I want to talk about just some skincare practices that you can do to support, clean beauty and anti-aging. So one very important thing that you can do is wear sunscreen, and you want to use a clean mineral-based sunscreen every day. UV rays are the primary cause of the texture and color changes when it comes to skin aging. Just gonna silence that, okay? And so you want to look for active ingredients like zinc oxide or a titanium oxide. You want to use an SPF that is 30 or higher, and you want to do it. You want it to be the last step in your skincare routine before you put on makeup. So if you're using like a serum and then a moisturizer, if you're using an oil, then your sunscreen is going to go on after that. And then if you want to put makeup on, the makeup goes on top of the sunscreen. You can also have sunscreen as part of your makeup, but think that that's just kind of going on your face. And you want to also keep in mind those areas that are constantly exposed to the skin, like your neck and your hands, and these areas tend to show our age. So it's really a good practice to put sunscreen on these areas as well. You can also practice like lightly exfoliating your skin. I would avoid using like a harsh scrub or a cloth, but you just want to gently exfoliate your skin, and you don't have to do it every day. Maybe you do it once or twice or 3 times a week, but what that does is it removes the outer layer of excess dead skin, and it's going to help to smooth out your skin's texture, increase the absorption rate of the products that you're using, and it also brighten up your complexion. Hi Stacy, thanks for joining. If you are joining late, there's always the replay too, so don't feel like you missed anything. Another skincare practice you might want to try is doing a facial massage. So facial massage can lessen tension and increase circulation, and it's going to keep skin cells healthy and aid in lymphatic drainage. So there's something called like a jade roller that you can use. You can develop a gua sha routine. Facials are another thing that are really great for your skin, and I know for whatever reason, that might not be in our budget or our time frame, but if you have the opportunity to get facials, I would work with an esthetician who is uses like really clean, like organic products. There's one lady that I've gone to, and she works kind of at a very similar office as ours. It's like a holistic healthcare practice, and has different ways that and products that she uses that are really good for the skin, really gentle, not abrasive. So I would ask questions about the products that they're using, and ideally you get a facial once a month if that's possible. That's how long it is for your skin cells to naturally renew. So that's what the recommendation is if you're going for facials. Another thing that I recommend is red light therapy. So red light therapy consists of red and near infrared light to reduce inflammation and oxidative stress. We have a machine at our office called the Novathor, and it's awesome because it's not just your face, but it's like a whole body red light therapy. So it looks like a tanning bed, and you lie in it for 15 minutes. You get kind of blasted with a specific wavelength of red light, and it helps to increase the ATP production in your cells, helps you recover faster, helps with skin health. I try to use it once a week. And another thing that you might want to consider is using herbs to supplement the skin. So one that I feel works really well and has shown to work really well is called Go-To Cola. It's an herbal supplement. The one we have is from MediHerb, and it promotes healthy skin and blood circulation, and it also provides antioxidant activity. So those are some of my tips when it comes to clean beauty. Be sure to read your ingredient labels or do some research on some products that would work, that you're looking for, whether it's like facial cleansers or moisturizers. I have like another one that I brought. This is like a facial cleanser that I've used before, and you can actually read on it, you know, some of the ingredients we were trying to avoid. It actually will list like paraben free, sulfate free, mineral oil free, petroleum free, formaldehyde free, which is another toxin that you want to avoid. So read your labels. You know, I think it's interesting because these kind of brands are also available at like Whole Foods and Sprouts and like those types of health food stores. And I had a mentor tell me once, you know, when it comes to like personal care products, home products, like if you're not willing to eat the product, then it's probably something you don't want to be using because it's going into your skin, into your bloodstream, you know, the potential to impact the different organs of your body. So maybe keep that in mind when you're shopping for certain products. You know, we work with clients to improve their overall health around food, but also around the products they're using, the environment that they're in. So as I've mentioned before, if you are new to Natural Healing Center, we start clients off with an initial consultation. It takes place over 2 days' time, 1 day for testing and to getting to know you, seeing if there's any areas of stress on the body, what are the root causes of that stress, and then mapping out a roadmap for your healing. And that can consist of foods that you'll want to start to reduce or avoid that are causing inflammation, supplements to aid in your healing, and any other recommendations that we might have. If you're interested in more information, feel free to reach out if you want to send a message directly or leave a comment. But the typical price for that is $2.99, and if you mention this Facebook Live on Clean Beauty, we'll apply a $50 discount. If you are already a client of mine, I really appreciate you watching, or a client of ours, I should say. I really appreciate you watching, and I appreciate everything that you do in between your visits to take care of yourself. Yeah, I hope to catch you guys soon. I think we are skipping next week's Facebook Live because I won't be here, but I will catch you again in March. And let's see, in March, our topic, the 2nd of March is going to be, hold on, the 9th of March is going to be healthy eating tips for traveling and dining out. So those, I get a lot of questions from clients, I'm traveling, how can I, stay on track with my foods, or I'm always being social out with friends, what are my options? And so I give you a lot of tips when it comes to those things, okay? And if you have anything else you want me to talk about on here, I want to give you the information that you're looking for. So feel free to let me know, leave a comment, or send me a message. But I thank you so much for watching. Love all your hearts. And I will see you guys soon here or in the office. All right, thanks so much. Bye.